What's up? What's up? What's up? It's another week. Hey, AFC Championship game. Let's
Hey
go.
now, we're back.
All the way back.
Everything is as it should be.
The world is coming back to normal. The Patriots are winning with an MVP quarterback who didn't play like an MVP and they still crushed. It's almost like that defense is good. Hey,
The Pats defense?
yeah,
Nobody wants to talk about it.
it's almost like they're good. Almost.
I'd like them to keep talking about how they're terrible and they shouldn't get any credit, and it's always bad offenses and the other teams. I mean, not that it wasn't, but I'd like them to keep the chip on their shoulder.
My
They seem to play
favorite
better with it.
My favorite complaint so far was, oh yeah, you went against 4 INT CJ Stroud, as if there was any other kind. Like
8 turnovers through 2 games.
rough. We're gonna get into that game. We're gonna get into the we have Bo Bichette to the Mets. Bellinger stays with the Yankees.
The Dodgers continue to ruin baseball.
Lou Bob also traded to the Mets. The Mets have. Let's start right there. We'll start with baseball because it is the least important thing in our minds right now. Red Sox are killing your opinion. I just lost Bo Bichette, so it's
Don't worry, they're dropping a Red Sox 07 documentary on Vice TV to make me think about better times, so I'll be distracted for a week.
It's all you can do. Let's start with Bo Bichette first, signing what I can only describe as an insane contract. Forget that he signed with the Mets for a second, and forget the total number. Those are insane terms, right? Like those terms are insane.
Bichette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 years.
The Red Sox would have laughed him out of the building. Like, I wouldn't pay that to anybody in the league. You think I'm giving it to you?
It's 3 years, but he can opt out after every year, and it's $42.5 million a year. And people were surprised that he took it. I'm not surprised that he took it because
Not
I
even
would
a little
also
bit.
play for the Mets for $42.5 million a year. Unbelievable. My favorite part about all of this, though, is that he's playing for the Mets out of position, which means
Didn't you tell me he wasn't going to do that?
Yeah, he didn't want to do that. But then he got offered $42.5 million. He said, "Shit, I'll learn third base, no problem."
They looked at take a look around. That's Francisco Lindor. He's better than you.
So they got Lindor at short. Who's playing second?
Simeon? No.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Who's also a shortstop, but plays second.
I assume Bo will be at third. They'll have Lindor at
Bo's
short.
at third, yeah.
Simeon at second, and then the dude Polanco from Seattle. He'll play first.
How many defensive runs saved do they have all year?
Not much.
It's a pretty.
Yeah.
I like to think of the Mets as offense only baseball. They are putting together some of the best bats in baseball. Not one of them can play defense. Not one. I mean, Marcus Semien can play defense, but he's beyond primo Marcus Semien now. He played with the Jays 4 years ago, and he was great. And then he went. And
Your boys are reunited, just not where you want them.
He went.
I dropped my phone.
He went and signed a huge
taking
deal with Texas, and then now he's a Met. I think the terms of the deal are insane.
It's a lot of money.
There's
opt-outs though. He could just leave next year and do it again.
But that's crazy. So the organization gets zero protection.
That was my answer too, Hoffman. I wanted an everyone option.
The organization gets no protection. None. Not one singular bit of protection.
No.
They are fully stuck.
We got a lot to talk about with Buffalo. We'll get there.
They're fully stuck with everything that is currently going on with that roster. You can't get out of it. He can opt out whenever he wants. You can pay him way more money than he's worth. The Phillies were at 7 for $200, which I think is a normal deal. That's that.
Steve Cohen went. They offered him what?
Yeah,
I have that in my back pocket, brother. Get it done.
7 for $200 in my opinion, would have made a lot of sense. Because then he gets long-term, he gets good money, he goes to the Phillies, and I'm like, that's sad for me, but at least, like, I understand why the Jays didn't match. 126 for 3 is like, okay. Have fun. Have
Yeah.
fun with 100 games of Bo Bichette every year.
And then following that up with the Bob Rob trade, which I like. That's they basically got him for free.
I
I don't
like
know
that
if the
trade a
White
lot.
Sox thought they were getting a different Acuna in return because they're basically like the dementia grandparent of baseball.
We got
They're like,
Acuna.
yeah, no, we give you an Acuna for Luis Robert. They're like, okay. There's no idea what's going on, just feeding them with pills. And I like that trade a lot for the Mets. They needed to pivot after missing out on Tucker, and I feel like they did a good job.
I really like Luis Robert to the Mets because I feel like he needs a full reset. I don't know if he's going to get it on the Mets, but he needs a change of scenery because he is legit talented. He is a legit player. I just don't know if you're going to get. You weren't going to get anything out of him in Chicago. You needed to get him out of there. I do like the idea of the Mets thinking they're getting an Acuna. They're like, we have an Acuna
The
at
White
home.
Sox.
Or the White Sox, yeah, we have an Acuna
Yeah.
at home. It's Luis Angel.
He comes into camp and they're like, "What? Oh my God, we traded with the Mets." They just have no fucking clue what's going on.
No idea what's happening.
Padded cell.
Also funny that they traded a guy named Paulie.
Yeah, that's funny too.
I just find it amusing that someone named Paulie played for the Mets. It feels on brand. It feels on message. Hey yo, Paulie.
I think they got an absolute steal. Luis Roberts a really good baseball player. He had a terrible year last year, but his ceiling is much higher than it was. He got better in a lot of places that he wasn't before. Reduced chase rate, zone swing rate was up. Just like everything under the hood is still looking good for Robert, despite not having the stats to back it up last year. Also, Mets ballpark's going to be a lot more friendly to him than the White Sox ballpark as far
100%.
as power numbers go. So I feel like this was a home run for them.
The Yankees re-upped Bellinger, 5-year, 162.5. Feels like a good deal for them.
Yeah, you needed to get something done. It was a weird off season where the Yankees they were in on people, but they were never like the finalist on any of these big free agents. So it felt like
they were.
It always felt like their
Jays
plan was to kind of run it back. Well, they brought Grisham back, and the only name I've really heard seriously connected to the Yankees has been Bellinger. So this felt imminent, but good pickup nonetheless. Bunch of opt-outs, shit involving a potential lockout in 2027. So good deal. Needed it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it.
As a Red Sox fan, I'm not super thrilled that he went back there. So that probably means it's a good deal.
I don't hate it. You guys traded Tristan Gray for Nate Baez, which is like a nothing burger.
Yeah, nothing. It's just another catcher in the building. You just throw a bunch of shit at the wall, hope it sticks, and that we can get rid of Connor Wong, our current shit.
Yeah, I don't see. There's nothing else that was super crazy, right?
The Kyle Tucker deal.
Oh, did we not talk Tucker?
No.
I hate Kyle Tucker.
I don't think he's this prized free agent like everybody else.
Can we talk about that? Because
he's getting far too much money. He's a great player. He's real solid. I don't think he's a $400 million contract guy like they were talking about. Obviously, it's not what he got, but it was only a 4-year deal. It was what was the AAV?
Like 60 a year.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. That's so much money. I mean, the Dodgers just have more money than God, apparently. I don't know if Shohei started hitting more bets and he was like, yeah, just keep bringing me deferred contracts. But, I mean, not that there's a ton of money and that was deferred on this deal like there has been with a lot of the Dodgers' recent signings, but, I mean, it's still deferred money. It feels like they're just trying to get as many people on the books with deferred contracts as possible because there might not be any more of that after the 27th season. So, I mean, we'll see.
He's okay.
He's 2025. He's really good in Houston.
He hit 266.
I mean, batting average doesn't mean dick anymore.
Well, it means something. He hit a few more like he hit some homers. I'm just like I'm looking at it from like a you got to justify your reasoning on this somehow, right? Like you've got to justify the contract to me. And
He
I look
also
at it.
died down the stretch for the Cubs.
Yes. Totally. No. In Houston, he was
Wasn't he?
great.
There was that game where he didn't run out a fucking ground ball the first too. Like when you know you're going into a contract season, you need to be doing everything possible to raise every bit of your financial value as you can. Shit like
2022
that is just a bad look.
and 2023 in Houston. I mean, he had like 100 plus RBIs and almost 30 homers. He had 29 and 30, whatever, called 30 home runs. And then in 24, he had 23, but he played a lot less games, played half as many games, 78. So like he could hit dingers, but like
This
he
season
also
in Chicago is basically his worst season since he's been like a star player.
his K percentage is down, but his it's not great. Like the analytics are not that great. Like his defense is oh man. So his offensive WAR is like quite high. But his defensive WAR is like no bueno. And the Dodgers just paid him a ton.
On Savant, his fielding value is listed at basically dead average.
Yeah.
Batting run values at 90 and base running 78. And, I mean, his Savant page is all bright red.
I don't see I don't see why you would give him as much as you give him.
Yeah, it just felt like I don't again, like I said, I never thought he was like this prize free agent. Not that he was going to command money like Shohei or Soto, but that was how he was portrayed in this last go around.
If you told me he was an ancillary piece to the Blue Jays at like 200, sure. Like long term, I get it. Like, but another guy that can hit dingers. But I think Toronto looked at those defensive numbers and said, "Not our identity. It's not
Yeah,
our
I don't
guy."
know. I kept hearing people want him on the Red Sox. I was like, I'm good. We already have a lock jam at outfield. First of all, there's no, like, in no world are we going to go after Kyle Tucker.
No,
And
you don't.
second of all, no, exactly. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I'm all set with it. He can go to the Dodgers. Whatever. They got more money than God. Who gives a fuck? This is why we're going to have a lockout. This exact thing right here.
Well, that exact contract is going to be the one that sets them off. It'll be the one that pushes them over.
I mean, they're already set off, but that was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
it's crazy how much money they have on their books,
and
they're not paying a good portion of it.
No,
like there needs to be a floor. I'll listen on a cap if we can figure out an answer to the deferred contracts, but I'm so sick of these teams not spending money. And not that there's many organizations in baseball that can spend the way the Dodgers are doing, even with the deferred money and shit. I get that. Yeah. But put some effort into trying to keep around your players and not just letting them walk out the door.
Do I see baseball being played in 2027? Yeah.
Although I say that, and then there's guys like Ellie who the Reds open up the bank for him, and he's like, "No, go fuck yourself. I'm out of here."
Peace. No, thank you.
You can write a blank number on that check. I'm not sticking around. You think I'm here for Skyline Chili?
He gave him a hard pass.
I'm good. I'm watching what they're doing to Joe Burrow. I'm not sticking around here.
It's criminal what Cincinnati does to its stars. Jesus Christ.
It's not because of the people.
Do you think that baseball is going to be played in 27?
I think it will. I think there's definitely going to be a lockout. I think we're going to lose games. I don't know how many, but I think there will be some sort of a season.
I don't know if we're going to lose games.
Definitely need a floor talking baseball.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm so sick of these teams like the Rockies and the Pirates and the Rays who just never. I mean, the Rays at least they have good scouting. Like they play a role. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like they still try. They field competitive teams. They just do it differently than other places.
I don't want to be surprised to hear a guy handing out a contract. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, exactly. Anytime a team that I mentioned signs somebody, you're like, what? And granted, the Rays tried to sign somebody who went and got arrested. So
you don't do crimes.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I understand their hesitance.
They got
Other
burned.
teams that just don't even try to be competitive and
The Pirates are
just
looking at Paul
lowball
Skeens
everybody.
like a bank right
Exactly.
now.
Right. And that's all these teams do. They just recycle and draft high and bring in these guys and they try to get milk any bit of marketing off of them as they can, every dollar, and then they just let them go.
I don't like that.
Trade him for more prospects and hope one of them hits. You can trade him off for more prospects. It's just never ending.
I would prefer to not have that happen.
Yeah. And again, like I said, I know everybody can't spend like the Dodgers are. I still feel like there are solutions that don't involve a true salary cap, but I'm cool if they put one in. Like
I
I'll
don't
live
think
with
you'll
it.
get a cap.
I don't think you are either. I think the teams that have that advantage aren't going to do it. And like in the CBA too, the amount of money that these big market teams siphon into smaller market teams and they like still don't do shit with it.
My solution would never fly. Like people would argue with it, but my solution was you give like signing slots like NBA teams have for like supermax deals, where it's like you can do this, but it's got to be like you only get 4.
I think there's just you either abolish the deferred contract or you put a hard limit on it. It's literally what I'm saying right now, talking baseball. I appreciate the question. Minds are in the same place. I think there either needs to be a hard cap, like you only have a certain amount on the roster, and then teams like the Dodgers are going to get grandfathered in, which is why I think they're trying to hammer home all of these deals out
Deferreds,
now
yeah.
before exactly. You just kick the can down the road, and who knows if they even have the same fucking ownership by then. It might just be a selling point, like, oh, I'll take a little less money because in the sale of the team because I owe Shohei Ohtani 70 mil a year. I got gambling debts to pay.
Yeah.
I think it's either gone completely or there needs to be a hard cap on it. You can only have a certain amount or a certain amount of money or something to that nature.
NHL capped the length of contracts and that you couldn't back end load them. Do you remember that? They tried to do the
Yeah.
Kovalchuk deal and they were like, no.
No, you will not be
No,
doing that.
that's incorrect. Try again. Baseball could take some, like there are leagues that do this. Like I don't even necessarily care about a floor or a cap. What I do care about is like I don't think it makes sense to me that every team shouldn't have a spot where they can just spend however much, defer whatever you want. Like if that means that Paul Skeens can sign that deal in Pittsburgh and they defer his payments, I would rather that. Like, wouldn't you rather see Skeens stay a Pirate and then like actually like for the good of baseball, not
I would
like,
love that, but
but
the
like
problem with that is that the Pirates they'd be like, okay, well that's all our money, and they just hope things hit, and they
but
never
then you
actually
have
field a competitive team around him.
but then you can build a competitive team around him because you're only paying him like I don't know 2 million in real salary.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but
That's
they
the
still
idea
don't
is like
spend.
you defer. I just think there's got to be a better way around this system, and going hard cap is
I
never
just
going to
think these
fly with the
shitty
players.
owners need to get off of their teams.
Here's the real problem is
Dude,
you
look
have
at what
like
happened with the Mets. They never spent. They were shit every year. They
I know,
lowballed everybody. People left. Like that was just what they did. And then the Steve Cohen buys it from the Wilpons, and now all of a sudden they hand Bo Bichette 40 plus million a year just
well I was
because
going
they
to
missed
say
out on somebody else.
that's the problem right now is that so the Dodgers are not afraid to spend. Toronto's definitely not afraid to spend. Steve
We
Cohen's
are,
not
but we
afraid.
shouldn't be. We
Mets
have the
Mets
means.
aren't
We just
afraid.
don't want to.
Mets aren't afraid to spend. Uh, Texas isn't afraid to spend, although they're currently in a bit of a retool kind of phase. But like the Rangers have traditionally never been afraid to like fork out some cash. Yankees will spend money. Like there are what like 8 teams
The
in
Red Sox
baseball.
have gold fixtures in their mansions, but they wear fucking Abercrombie.
I'm just saying 8 teams, like 8 or 9 teams that will spend whatever it takes to win. And then you have in the middle probably 15 teams that will spend if there's a chance that they can win a championship and only if they hit on like 2 or 3 young players, right? Like that, like they drafted well and it's like, okay, we're in a window and we can do that. And the rest of the teams are the Pirates and the like, the Rockies of the world, the Rays, where it's like, we're not going to spend anything. We're going to take these guys that we're going to develop
I mean,
better than any
The A's are
player.
a better example than the Rays because the A's just don't give a fuck about anybody.
Oh no,
They're
they
like,
will
we're
spend
going to
now though.
Vegas.
Las Vegas will spend today.
Well, once they get there, yeah.
Yes.
That's why they're extending all of these guys on Braves deals.
No trademarks though. At least the Expos still own their own trademarks. You know.
Yeah, 100%. But the Brewers are sort of in that the mold of Tampa Bay, where like they still try, they just don't break the bank. Like they're still
But they
developing
draft well, right? Yeah.
prospects. Yeah, exactly. Like they have something that works. They're still
100%.
making moves every year. Like
But I
they're
still
not in the
think there's
same
something in
vein.
between. No, they're not. It's unfortunate. All right. It's enough baseball talk.
Yeah, I think that was all I had.
It's frustrating me anyway. So, do you know what's not frustrating me?
Football?
Downfield and caught for the touchdown, Kayshon Boutte. Wow. Last week even better, but you're asking a lot from this group. Wide open is Boutte. Kayshon Boutte makes a move and takes it inside the 30. The football as well as anybody the last 5 games. Little play action, strong throw. Boutte takes it in.
He's down. He's perfect. I love it. I love it. I am so pumped. Patriots win on a snowy, rainy day against the vaunted Houston defense. The number 1 defense in all of football. The one that was going to send fake May back home. How'd that work out? Okay?
I just realized you played the wrong Kayshon Boutte play.
I played all the Kayshon Boutte plays.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I
like
I didn't see the touchdown. Maybe
touchdown
I missed
happened
it.
first. It just
Okay,
it was
all right,
it was a
all
little
right.
off center, but I can
Okay.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, I got it now. All right.
It's there.
That's fair. I was like, no way, he fucking botched that.
Nope. Played them all.
Perfect.
Played them all. First downs and everything. All of the catches.
Dude, how
Kayshon
pretty
was
was Gillette? Just perfect
beautiful.
football weather. It was horrible for offensive football, but God, it just reminded me of better times.
CJ Stroud needs a lot of things. We'll talk about CJ Stroud in a minute. I want to talk about Kayshon Boutte and Stephon Diggs. What a catch that was. No one giving any love to that. Put the clamps.
Oh, all hands right between two guys, like surviving the frozen turf. Incredible catch.
Just he clamped down on that so hard, and he was like, I'm not dropping it. And he like brought it into his body. He's like, have possession, fully firmed down.
I knew it was a good catch when it happened live, but once they showed the replay, I was like, oh, good God. What a grab.
He killed it. Absolutely killed it.
Williams threw that same ball to Odunze in the first quarter before they had the fourth and whatever it was, the fourth down attempt that did not convert. Same ball, Odunze dropped it.
Yeah. It's Kayshon Boutte.
Kayshon Boutte's the fucking man.
Patriots defense showed up, and we're not getting any. I'm gonna put it out there. There's no respect on them whatsoever. I've heard about 3 different things from this game. I heard 4 INT CJ. That's why you guys are moving on. I heard the Texans defense really got to Drake May and they survived, which I don't think was the case. I think part of that is true. They did get to him. That's you have like the best pass rusher in the league coming after you is probably going to beat you.
Will Anderson was on his back, like full backpack the entire game.
Yeah, he was trying. And the last thing was, it doesn't matter because Jarrett Stidham's going to beat him. That's all I heard this weekend. That's all I heard. He's not going to pull out his inner Nick Foles. There's no shot. The thing I'm more scared about is the Broncos defense. I'm not scared of that offense. It took forever for them to get anything done. Like they couldn't run the ball. RJ Harvey was stuffed from the Bills defense, which we're going to talk about Buffalo.
We just played the same game and we won. Yeah. There's an offense that I wasn't scared of at all, a defense that is really fucking good, and we still got out of it despite the weather and turnovers and Drake not having a good game, and I just don't think that's going to happen in Denver. I'm more confident this week than last week. I'm still taking it seriously. It's a playoff game. The Denver Broncos are a good fucking team, regardless of who's under center.
100%.
But I feel like I see Patriots fans being like, "Yeah, this is a win. Like we just gotta beat Jarrett Stidham Broncos. Like this is still a playoff game.
You're not beating Jarrett Stidham, and that's I think people confuse that.
People were worried last week, and you're
Nick
not
Bonito.
this week. That makes no sense to me.
Nick Bonito is who I'm worried about.
Exactly. I mean, look at what Will Anderson just did to fucking Will Campbell. My poor sweet baby, Will Campbell.
To be fair, that's 2 weeks in a row now that Campbell has had to face like one of, if not the best pass rusher currently still playing.
9 pressures, 3 sacks through 2 games so far.
Yeah, it's not great. They're not great numbers. They need to chip or double team or help him out. But like, this is learning.
The problem is with the Broncos interior not even able to double team. It's the same issue with the Patriots, and that's why we were getting so much pressure on teams. It's because Barmore and Milton Williams eat up 3 defenders every single play. I don't know if you listened to their mic'd up.
A little bit.
Milton Williams was mic'd up this weekend, and every time he was like, "They got to pick. They got to pick. It's me or you. Got to double team one of us." Like, that's so valuable, especially when the Patriots' ends aren't exactly like game wreckers, despite how well they're playing. Like, Chaseon's been an absolute dog for the last 8 weeks. He's been good all year, but like he's really stepped it up the last few. Harold Landry's been really good this year. He's tapered off since the first injury, but like these guys are shining because of what's happening in the middle.
Shout out one clap for Kyrus Tonga getting his first sack ever.
Yeah, it was awesome. He's like the free agency class this year. Obviously, we spent big money on it, but they've been worth every penny.
Yeah,
you still have a ton of cap space next year too.
Of course, they're going to put. They'd be stupid not to put Zach Allen or Nick Bonito on Will Campbell. I'm just going to tell you that the Texans defense was ranked higher, and the Chargers defense was also incredible. Like, people were coming. And
I don't want to hear the like Cam Newton's fucking dumbass anyway, but like people are running with that narrative. It's like, oh, Patriots have the easiest schedule of all time, or the easiest schedule regular season. I'll give you that. The postseason road has been so much harder. The defenses we're playing are absolutely ridiculous. We're not getting the same Drake May for the first 2 games that we got the whole regular season. But
I'll tell you this about Drake May right now that people aren't talking about at all. They're
makes
focusing,
the throws that matters.
I was going to say they're focusing on the negatives, and I think that's completely fair. Like,
totally fine.
It's totally fair to be like, you got to hold on to the ball better. You can't have that many fumbles.
When you get to fumbles. When you're in the playoffs like this and you're having this type of success like that's part of the territory. Everyone's going to criticize your every move. It's what happens with Mahomes. It's what happens with Allen. What happens with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. But they're not talking about the throws that he is making, like dots. Like, we're talking about, he fumbled the ball a bunch. Yeah, but he also, like, the difference between...
He's under pressure constantly.
Difference between C.J. Stroud and what Drake May did this last game is that although they both turned the ball over, Drake May rose above and was able to complete passes when it mattered. Touchdowns, completions.
The throw to Diggs between 2 defenders, the throw to Booty over the top, which was the exact same play they ran for his first touchdown last year against
Stingley
Houston.
as well.
Yeah, that I was in the building for, dude. Fuck yeah. Over Stingley, the same route. It was a little worse of a ball just because Booty had to lay out one-handed for it, but he's a dog. It doesn't matter. Yeah. He was in his press conference after the game. He was like, I didn't know I caught it one-handed. What do you mean you didn't know you caught it one-handed? Like, how locked in were you?
He is in a bag. That's where he is, in his bag.
Anytime you throw, he has like the highest, like when he's targeted in the playoffs so far, it's the highest passer rating of any QB wide receiver duo.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
Anytime you throw him the ball, he's catching it.
This team just feels like they're fully bought in. I'm nervous as all hell about the Denver game, not because of Jarrett Stidham, but because that defense is legit. That's a good.
We've said it for months. The 2 things I didn't want to do in the playoffs was play the Houston Texans, and go to Denver.
Yeah.
Granted, I didn't know I was going to get like taser of stupidity to the brain, C.J. Stroud, and then a Jarrett Stidham game, but still, I respect both of those teams a lot. I want no part of either of these games.
Yeah, I'm not here to trash talk Denver. Denver has done unbelievable. CJ Stroud will be able to run that offense. I don't know if it's going to be any different, to be honest with you.
At what point in that game are you like, I might need to go to Davis Mills? I almost feel like that should have happened. Every single time CJ Stroud, for sure, right? Every time CJ Stroud dropped back, I was like, this is a pick. Like, this is a pick, a fumble. He's getting sacked. It was one of the three.
He didn't look good. He looked like he was. You remember the Seeing Ghosts game?
Yeah,
that's what it looked like. He looked like a guy who was like, there's sometimes.
I want to know if like he got the. I didn't watch his press conference. I should have, but I'm sure it was just a lot of like, yeah, got to be better, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I want to know if it was something where he stepped on the field and touched the ball for the first time and was like, I'm gonna have a bad time. Like, how much of it was weather related, or was he really just so much in his head and the defense was on him? Like,
I mean,
I want to know what it was.
First drive, they looked okay.
There were balls he threw that, like, I
He
can't
missed by
even,
a
like,
mile.
how'd they come out of his hand? Like, those few he spiked into the dirt. He's throwing lollipops, like, off his back foot while he's getting tackled. Like, there was wild plays in that game. And like, if I'm a Texans fan, I honestly look at these last two games in the playoffs and go, is that the guy? Because he looked like a top 5 quarterback, like the way Drake May was talked about this year. That was how CJ Stroud was talked about
Totally.
in his rookie season. And now we've had back-to-back, like, just shit years. Now, like we said on Sunday, the offensive weapons are not there. Like, there's nothing on that team that scares me outside of Nico Collins. Joe Mixon obviously missed the whole year. I'll give you that, but you gotta like put balls on people. Like, you gotta actually play the quarterback position. I don't know what the fuck that was. I always love those passer rating stats where they're like, if you just threw the ball out of bounds every single time, it would have been better. It actually would have. You gave up a pick 6 to Marcus Jones, who needs more love, by the way.
Marcus Jones not getting enough love. We'll talk about him just a second. CJ Stroud next year needs like, I'm gonna take the Texan side here for a second. If you're the Texans, you need to, in training camp, boost CJ Stroud's confidence. You need to get him a weapon, just one, maybe a running back to help, an actual running back. Their run game their run game sucks.
Well, again, if Mixon's there, it's way different.
But it's also like the Patriots' defense against the run is like phenomenal. People forgot about it because they had a couple of bad games.
We didn't allow a 50-yard rusher until we played Tampa, and that was like week 11, 12, something like that.
Yeah, so 10. Like it's a great run defense, and people forgot that. But if you're the Houston Texans, you got to look at this and go, I have CJ Stroud. I need him to be better, and I need to give him a confidence boost. And if he comes out and the first 4 weeks...
They also traded away their franchise left tackle, by the way.
Yes. In the first 4 weeks, if you're not seeing any improvement, you move on. You don't pick up the option, you call it a day, and you go to Davis Mills for now, and you draft a new quarterback if that's what you think. But like, you need to figure out what you have and in a hurry. Give him some support. Give him, like, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. He had 2 really bad games.
Dude, look at that defense. You do not need to draft defense. You can literally go spend every single offensive pick or every single draft pick on offense, wide receiver and lineman, and just guards, see what fucking hits, dude. And I don't think anybody, there might be the Jeremys of the world that like know the draft in and out that are like, what the fuck are you doing? But I like, at that point, just see what fucking works. That's what you need. You need weapons. You got to hope Mixon comes back next year, but I mean, we've seen running backs that miss an entire year. They usually never look the same that they did.
No.
You got to figure something out, because that you can't waste that defense, dude. They are fear-inducing. And like, obviously I hated seeing them against us. Like they're terrifying. But watching them against any other team, like, it's a defense that you tune in to watch. It's Legion of Boom level, where you're like, I have to see the defense play. I mean, Seattle's been fantastic too. Denver's been awesome this year. There's just a few defenses in the league that are like must-see TV if you're a football fan.
Absolutely. We had another cardiac Bears moment. I love Marcus Jones, but I don't think we need to talk about him. He just deserves more.
Second player in history with 2 pick sixes and 2 punt return touchdowns in a season.
Love Marcus Jones. He was great. Caleb Williams. Let's talk about this Bears game.
The Iceman?
What So what happened?
So I had to go back and watch a lot of it because I'm not going to lie, I was pretty in the bag by this point of the night.
You hit a banger. So
I hit a banger of a parlay. The Patriots won. It was a big afternoon for me, and I went a little overboard. But I did watch this game. It was slow to start, and I guess we'll get this out of the way off the rip before we really get into games. Ben Johnson's got to cool his jets a little bit with the fourth down shit. The whole NFL does. We joke every time we watch a game. We see the
take the points.
ESPN Analytics says no. ESPN Analytics is always go for it. It's like 4th and 7 in. They're like go for it
in your own end zone.
That's exactly, and that's the type of league we're in. It's analytics, it's numbers, it's the same shit that goes on in baseball. But there are certain situations where you need to just take the points. It's shitty weather. You're in Chicago. It's a playoff game. And guess what? You ended up losing the game by 3 points. If you just take the 3 on that first drive, or I guess it was after, I think Williams threw the pick on the first drive. Their next time down the field, it was still 0-0. Yeah. And they should have just taken the points, and they ended up going for it on 4th down. And that was the pick, actually. It was the 4th down interception to Adunze. Just take the points, Ben.
It's not complicated.
No, and there's multiple opportunities throughout that game. You passed up on 2 field goals, missed on 4th down each time, and then all of a sudden that last drive gets even easier, and you don't need that crazy. It was only like a 20-something yard field or touchdown, excuse me, but Caleb Williams dropped back to the 45.
Yeah,
it was an insane throw. It was one of the craziest throws I've ever seen in my life. Back foot pressure on him over the top of the defense,
running backwards.
Ridiculous.
That's
the arm talent that okay, that's why you're the number 1 overall pick. Your brain just gets hit with that taser I talk about all the time.
100%. He was medium most of this game. He made a couple of real nice.
That's how every game goes with him, though.
I know.
He looks horrible for 2.5 quarters, and then all of a sudden it starts to click, and then every single game comes down to a field goal or some crazy play like we saw with the Kmet touchdown.
How was Kmet so open?
That kind of shocks me, too. That ball hung in the air for so long, and the Rams guy was, coming in. I don't know who was in coverage back there.
He claimed it was a push-off, but I watched the replay, and I was like,
his arms go out, but not really.
Yeah, his arms go out, but then he's standing still in the back of the end zone for a good 2 or 3 seconds.
3 seconds, yeah.
He's just waiting.
Agreed.
He's like, it'll get here eventually. He could have gotten back to him.
I agree with that.
It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the defense on that play. Aside from the pass rush was great. That shit broke down quick.
Are the Rams good or not?
They scare me less than Seattle. I know that.
Are they good or not? I can't figure them out.
Their good is best in the league.
But they can't. I guess what I'm asking is, do they win games? Legitimately win the games? Or
this game, no.
Or do they do just enough to not lose the game?
The Bears beat themselves in this game. Caleb Williams had 3 picks. They had the 2 4th downs that they absolutely should have just taken the points on. That's 3, 6.
The Carolina game, they almost lost too. They left too much time on the clock, right?
Yeah, same thing.
I don't know if Carolina lost that. I mean, that was the pick was awful. Carolina could have won that game. It was just a bad ball. It was too high outside, tipped off the hands. So I'm just I'm trying to figure out, are the Rams actually any good, or are they a product of getting really lucky in the playoffs here? Is this it? Are they done? Seattle take them out now? Because Seattle won't.
I think Seattle's going to win the game, but it's going to be another banger.
Can I tell you?
Both times these teams played, it was banger games both times.
A little scared of Seattle's offense.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold's hurt. Charbonnet going down takes
Doesn't
away your
help.
1-2 punch, but I mean, we just sang the praises of Kenneth Walker all week. That guy's a
Love
fucking
Kenny
animal.
Walker.
He's so good.
Dog.
So I'm not super worried about the Charbonnet injury. I think Stafford's got that thing going on with his hand. He hasn't looked good in a couple weeks. The weather played into that too, but I mean, when he needed it, he got it done, but no touchdown passes. Kyron Williams was relied on heavily in this game. I think the injuries kind of cancel themselves out. I think Stafford's hand and whatever's going on with Sam Darnold, plus another week to heal. Like,
It's just
I'm not super worried about it.
it's an NFC rivalry matchup. They're division rivals. They hate each other. You've seen each other twice already. I don't know who
Getting chippy during the games, which I love.
Do you rely on the coaching brilliance that McVay has here and say that the Rams have a shot at this, or does Seattle just walk into the Super Bowl with that defense? Because
it's going to be a one possession game. I think they've played twice and it's been decided by 2 points total. I think both were 1 point games.
Is that the Seahawks should walk to the Super Bowl and be crowned champions? That's my feel. Like, the best team that's left in the league right now, in my opinion, is Seattle. They're the most complete.
Everything I've seen about the Rams Seahawks games is that that's the real Super Bowl, and whoever makes it is just going to dust the AFC, and I love that.
I would love the Patriots to get through and just be heartbreakers like 2001.
Ugh.
Like, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm not expecting it, but
be the truest form of magic I'd ever seen. 100%. We're past the Pats. We're talking Rams Seahawks now, but I just think this game's going to be super close. It could come down to, I mean, it might go to OT again. Who fucking knows?
Are we talking
first
about
time they play week 11, 21-19, Rams win, and then in week 16 we had that banger with the walk-off touchdown. AJ Barner just aura farming, even though he had nothing to do with the play. I was talking to some Seahawks fan that was like, I thought AJ Barner won the game. He was like, no, it was JSN. Yeah. AJ Barner just stood on the fucking stands and embraced the crowd like it was him. Also, I think the fact that Seattle had like no issues with the Niners, were able to just completely coast. They didn't have to open up the playbook at all. I think they're going to be ready to go against the Rams.
You're probably right.
The thing that the Rams have going for them that sticks in my mind is that Stafford had like 450 yards against them the last time they played in that loss. So I don't know. I think it's just going to be a banger game. If you told me the Rams won, I wouldn't be surprised, but I would lean Seattle.
I don't even know what to do with it anymore.
Number one scoring defense versus number one scoring offense, by the way. And we get 3 installments of that in one season. Come on. Bangers. There's nothing better than division rivals playing in the playoffs.
I would agree with that, which is why I was hoping
the Bills had to... Dude, if the Bills had to come to Gillette and the Rams and the Seahawks were playing in the NFC Championship, holy shit. What a weekend that would be. It's just a shame it didn't happen, huh?
Yeah. Would have been incredible. We'll take it. All right. I mean, it's
talking baseball. You know what Sam Darnold does against the Patriots, though.
Sees ghosts.
The man can communicate with the other side. He's got a sixth sense, you see.
He sees ghosts. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the whole weekend.
Can we talk Buffalo?
Let's talk Buffalo.
Can we talk Buffalo, man?
Yeah, we're gonna talk Buffalo. We're gonna have to.
Fired Sean McDermott. We ran a little poll at the start of the
we did.
Start of the show, asking who should have been fired in Buffalo. Me and Hoffman agreed it should have been everybody. Chat says Brandon Beane. He was the favorite there. I don't really know of a reason why he shouldn't have been. I feel like him and Sean McDermott are equal parts to blame. I also don't personally think anything needed to necessarily change aside from talent. We said last week, talking about the preview between them and Denver, that this is the least talented roster that the Bills have had.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more of an indictment on the GM as to what the state of the roster looks like. Results come down to everybody, but if
do you guys see Pagula's message?
Dude, I watched that entire press conference.
That it was admiral.
I got quotes for you.
Not admirable, admiral.
Yeah.
The written message wasn't even spell checked. It wasn't even spell checked. It's admiral, like is in the Navy.
Dude, like this was on the surface, when I saw McDermott got fired, I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy, but like I can see it.
Sure.
I've never been a huge Sean McDermott guy, but I mean, the guy's been in the playoffs how many times? The Bills have lost on how many
8.
like final plays of the game?
Yeah.
9. So 9.
Right.
Well, 9 years.
9 years, but sorry, 8 times in the playoffs.
Yeah, I got you.
But look, okay, so you can I get McDermott, but if you let McDermott go, you got to let Brandon Beane go.
Correct. But no, you didn't. You promoted him. You promoted him to president of football operations, and now he has full control over the entire.
I understand you go, okay, we haven't won a bunch, and even though you have the most winningest record, like best win percentage in Buffalo Bills history, like the most winningest coach all time for the Bills, you go, I think we're going to let that guy go. And then Brandon Beane was like, how about a promotion? And they were like,
also doing it after John Harbaugh signed and after Kevin Stefanski signed, who I know we both don't like, but he's like 2-time coach of the year.
Sure.
Like that means shit to franchises.
Well, he keeps getting hired, so he's clearly something good. He does something.
Exactly. And then to make this move after the two, like, I guess, biggest names out there, premier options are gone, is just wild to me. And then you do that press conference today, and you make no effort to disguise that there is a ton of turmoil going on inside that building. Terry Pagula made that situation so much worse, like infinitely worse. And if I was a coach that was like looking for a job right now, I want no part of that. There's so many options for me to go to. Not that any of them are like super premier destinations.
I mean, Baltimore feels nice.
Yeah, right. Baltimore looks good to me. I'd want to go there before I go to whatever the fuck's going on in the Buffalo building. And the weather's a little bit better.
They got crab cakes.
They just threw gas on the fire, dude. They're like, oh yeah, like Sean McDermott made no comments about any inner shit going on. Nope. And then Terry Pagula was like, actually, there was a lot of beef. He's like, Brandon Beane didn't want to draft Keon Coleman, who's just sitting there like the 50 Cent meme. Like, what'd he say fuck me for? He's probably on a yacht somewhere right now, just living life. And then he's like, what did they say about me? Like, man, hey, Keon, they're fucking roasting you, dude. Like, we never wanted Keon Coleman. When asked about failing in the free agent market and with draft picks like Keon Coleman was, I don't know what the reporter's name, but this is who asked the question. How do you answer to the fact that you haven't given Josh a good enough receiver thus far? The question clearly directed at Brandon Beane. He begins to answer. Terry Pagula steps in and was like, no, hold on. The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon. I'm not saying Brandon wouldn't have, but that was Brandon being a team player and taking advice from a coaching staff that felt strongly about a player. So completely, not only like, admittedly was like, oh, Keon Coleman's a bust. Like, fuck that guy. That was like secondary in his response. And I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to like jump in front of the gun for his GM, but that's not the way to do it, man. You're throwing your player under the bus who's in his second year, no?
It's the I'm gonna let you finish Kanye.
Yeah, literally. Like, he was drinking a warm Hennessy bottle before the fucking BMAs.
It's brutal. Buffalo's a bit of a mess right now, and I feel bad for Josh Allen because I feel like he deserves better than this. But also, you know what? Yeah, fuck Buffalo. Division
He
rival.
said he didn't fire McDermott because of the interception call or this game or anything specific, but that after the Buffalo game, reading the room and looking around at his players, decided that they had hit a proverbial playoff wall. He cited 13 seconds, missed field goals, the catch, which was absolutely an interception, and he won't convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
If that's the case and you feel that way about the team, then how are you going to keep one guy over the other? Fire everybody or keep it and make it work?
Clean house, call it a day. Clean the house, call it a day.
We said it was the worst roster in the Allen tenure, and he still Superman them to an OT game that puts you if you won, you're in the conference finals.
Yeah. Makes no damn sense.
You're like, nah, let's fucking blow it up. He said Josh Allen's going to have input on the coach. Obviously, Brandon Beane's going to have final decision. The Daboll was asked to interview, which I feel like is probably Josh Allen.
That's the appropriate answer
there.
But there's also Lou Anarumo is rumored to get. He was given or requested to interview.
I like Anarumo a lot, but that's not the answer.
But why? Like my favorite thing that happens in the
I like some of the Gaga songs, but what the fuck does she know about cameras? Or just dropping Kanye references here.
My favorite part of the coaching cycle is teams being like, "Hello, I would like to talk to you," and people could be like, "Nah." Like they announce it like it's like a
I know I like that too.
They're
like they've asked for permission to take her to prom.
Will you accept this rose? And Lou Anarumo could be like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Pass.
I love that they like we've requested an interview with the Broncos QB coach who's 32 years old and what do you got? What do you think about it? And then they're just like, we're never gonna date that guy. Get him out of here.
Never gonna be a thing.
Yeah, he's never gonna hit.
No.
Bring me Mike McCarthy.
He's coming soon. I don't know.
Doesn't it feel like it?
Soon.
I think Buffalo is going to be Dable, Joe Brady, or Mike McCarthy. I fucking know it.
So we already got Tennessee already picked their guy. The Giants already got their guy.
Dude, if you're Kevin Stefanski, you got to be like, fuck.
A little bit.
I just signed up for Kirk Cousins and I could have had Josh Allen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not great. So
same situation. Arthur Blank cooked him a nice steak dinner. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's like, they hired chefs and then Arthur Blank stepped behind the grill instead. Handmade Arthur Blank steaks.
It's like, will you be my Valentine cards being handed
Blank
out?
steaks, where we come down on the field before the game's over.
I love roasting Arthur Blank because he really looks like he just got back from a safari.
He looks like he's a family friend of the Addams family.
Every time I see
it's like he's not there all the time, but he's been in the house enough to like not ask where the bathroom is.
This motherfucker just got back from hunting lions or some shit on the Sahara. Like that guy
wherever
just spent money. He was just like
the most dangerous game. Like he's been to the island. He's on the the fuck's the guy's name? Rainsford or something.
Yeah, he's done it. 100%.
It's like the Epstein list, but
yeah. All right, you want to do this bobsled thing?
I would never want to do bobsledding. Before we do that, did you see on another bit of drama today from football? Baker talking shit about Stefanski?
No,
we're talking about coaches. Oh my God, it was fantastic. Let me pull up the tweet. So some guy tweeted talking about there it is. Talking about the Cleveland experiment, I guess we'll call it, with Stefanski. Sure. D. Orlando Ledbetter, which is like, that can't be real. That's not your name. I'm sorry. We gotta do better. That's not it. Kevin Stefanski had a dumpster fire at quarterback in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson failed, which started a chain reaction to 11 other starters. And then talked about Shedeur closing out last season. Mm-hmm. Baker quote tweeted it and said, "Failed is quite the reach, pal." Which fantastic already. Still waiting on a text or call from him after I got shipped off like a piece of garbage. Can't wait to see you twice a year, coach. Give me some heat in the NFC South, dude.
Nobody's fire me up on purpose, but I love it.
I can't wait for them to go head to head in week 17 to decide who goes to the playoffs between the Saints and the Panthers.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Week 18, dude. My NFL brain is 5 years behind.
That's all right.
Numbers are hard. Yeah, we got Spirit of the Winter Olympics coming around.
I'm gonna put the video up. You ready for this?
Which I'm oh, that'd be sick. I'm super excited.
Oh, was machen Sie denn da? Das gibt's doch gar nicht. Hat man sowas schon mal gesehen? Jetzt fährt er da ganz allein im Vierer hinunter. Verrückte Situation. Was ist denn heute hier los? Francesco Friedrich fährt gegen dieses Starteck. Und jetzt gibt's den Vierer als Einerbock. Da stimmt natürlich überhaupt nichts mehr. Die ganze Statik des Bocks ist kaputt. Die fehlen als Gewicht da hinten drin. Das wird jetzt ein wildes Gerammel von Christopher Horn. Hoffentlich stürzt er nicht. Bremsen kann er nicht. Er kommt da nicht hinten ran an den Recken. Das wird sehr, sehr interessant, wie er das hier löst. Oh je, der arme Horn. Christopher Horn. Viel Glück, dass er hier sauber ins Ziel kommt. Jetzt wird es nochmal ein bisschen steiler, runter nach Celerina, wo sich das Territorium öffnet. Ganz wichtig jetzt hier diese Kurve, dass er die erwischt. Ja, er schafft's, kommt durch die Sachs. Der Rest ist jetzt Formsache. Das bringt er nach Hause. Da ist er im Ziel und dreht sich um. Wo bitteschön sind denn die anderen? Und jetzt ganz schnell nach hinten und ran an den Rechen. Perfekt gemacht.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, incredibly scary. Glad nothing serious happened there, but wild mishap.
You gonna watch?
Yeah, apparently our bobsled team is absolutely cooked aside from Chris Horn. They're fucking tripping up before the start.
You gonna watch? I'll watch the hockey.
The winter?
Yeah.
I'll watch winter. I like him. I'm not a winter sports guy. I've never been a skier or a snowboarder. Like I want no part of the snow, really.
I don't want.
I will watch the sports, but I don't know what's going on with.
I don't watch like downhill or like any of the like. I like watching the like trick events, so like the slalom and like stuff like that. It's not
ski jumping,
alley, but like
I think ski jumping's sick.
I'll watch ski jumping. I'll watch
big curling guy,
short track speed skating. When they're
big time curling guy. I also really want to go curling. There's a place like an hour from me that you can go.
Curling is it's one of our major sports. I like the American.
Have you been
curling? I've curled. Yeah.
Is it fun?
It's a good time. Of course it is.
It looks like a good time.
It's like sport you can drink beer while you're doing.
Yeah, it feels like ice bowling. Not that they're like similar in any way, but just like vibe wise.
No, it's more like ice golf.
I don't golf.
You're trying to like get it to the you got to get it to the middle.
So I haven't like torn an ACL yet, so I don't feel like I can golf. I feel like I still have to go play basketball and shit.
Yeah, it's coming though. It's coming to get you.
Oh, I'm sure. I haven't been in a long time. I'm sure the second I step on the court, I'm gonna pull a Sean Livingston. They're gonna fire me from my job because I can't walk.
You're gonna get what happened when Christian McCaffrey comes to your work. Just go home.
Yeah, he's gonna sap all of my life. He's gonna life steal me.
He's gonna
commit blood magic.
Blow your knee up like KD.
Yeah, wild.
You got a stone story for us? We get out of here.
Yeah, we mentioned ski jumping. We're gonna stick in that vein. I gotta cycle through my 150 tabs here to get to where I need to be. You know me and my tabs, I'm sure.
Love the tabs.
Just weeks before the 2026 Winter Olympics begin, one of the game's oldest events has found itself at the center of an eyebrow-raising controversy. Set to open on February 6th in Milan, the Winter Olympics are right around the corner, but ski jumping, a fixture of the game since 1924, is currently under scrutiny. According to German outlet Bild, spelled B-I-L-D, officials are investigating suspicions that some male competitors have injected their genitals with hyaluronic acid, which is not as bad as it sounds. Mm-hmm. That's just like it's really water absorbent. But the goal here is to alter key body measurements, dick and balls, used to size their competition suits. Ski jumping suits are regulated to within millimeters, as even the slightest variation in surface area can significantly affect lift and stability mid-air. I think that would make me more uncomfortable than getting just like a regular physical.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, we need to size this completely, like, skin tight down to the dick and balls. Like,
that's uncomfortable anyway. I don't wear skinny jeans. Like, fuck that. Mm-mm.
I wear like joggers that are like slightly
tapered?
tighter than
Yeah.
sweatpants, but they're like that's nothing to like this. That's not
No.
like tights, dude. That's
No,
I want no part of that. I see the dudes that like the cyclists, which if you've listened to my shit in the past, you know how I fucking feel about cyclists. Seeing those guys that are just like, yeah, I'm not doing this for anything but like a little bit of a workout, getting dressed down and fucking skin tight. Like, no, you're too much. I already know what type of person you are. I'm good. But back to the ski jumping. The goal here, like I said, is to make sure they're gonna pump a bunch of acid, water absorbent shit into their dick and balls so that they have extra space in their suit to hopefully catch more lift and have more stability mid-air with a little bit of extra, space in their suit, which is
surface area, little surface tension.
great. Like, I've never competed at the highest ranks of athletics. I don't understand what it feels like to put all of this effort in, but seems like a lot just to get a like tiny bit of an advantage.
It's definitely a lot.
Like, this is not like, oh, I'm Barry Bonds, I'm gonna pump fucking steroids into my body and I'm just gonna wreck. Like, if I make contact with the ball, it's just gonna be 500-foot home runs. Like, this is like, maybe it will help me get a little bit an inch higher. Like, what is the actual effect? I need to know what that is. But basically, the Olympic Committee is aware, and they're going to be taking steps to stop this.
This is like when F1 puts like weights in the car, and they're like, the car was like less than it's like a penny's width thickness or something, and they're like, nah, that's illegal.
The McLaren double DQ.
Yes.
Yeah, that exactly. That's exactly what this is.
Makes no sense.
Except you're putting a needle into the most sensitive place on your body.
Yeah, that's a hard pass for me.
I'd rather get the Chinese like bamboo torture under my fingernails. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I saw the headline penis skate while I was looking at the bobsled video, and I was in Olympic pages, and I was like, excuse me?
Say more about that.
Yeah, hasn't been a quicker click in a minute.
I want to let you know that Dub's search history is
wild. I don't know if I'm on your Reddit armchair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it happened when I got it, like when we had to deal with the streaming shit. Mm-hmm. I'm on somebody's Reddit. It's not mine, and it's just logged into my computer. And
that's amazing.
I pray to God that it's just somebody random, and they're like, what is happening to my feed?
I love that for you. It's probably not mine.
It's somebody's.
You would know if it was mine. You'd be able to figure it out pretty quick. Mine's very easy to figure out. It's like a lot of Blue Jays and Habs stuff.
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
I'm sure I'm on every list imaginable between doing the half ounce, half hour for as long as I did, which is fun. It's just a lot to get people in the same room. But search history's got to be. It's bad.
It's bad. Live on Sunday for our second to last Sunday show. We're going to transition that to something else. Probably take a wee break in between, and then get back on it for baseball. For sure, baseball feels like the right answer here, but.
Baseball does feel like the right answer. I just feel like doing it. We got to find a way to do it so we can't do it every day, but also staying up to date on bets. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna have a Sunday show in the rotation.
Yeah, we're gonna keep a Sunday show in the rotation. People seem to enjoy it. They come, we talk, we degen, we call it a day.
And if you degened with us on this Sunday, boy, did you make out like a bandit.
You had a good day. And then we're back on Wednesdays. Don't forget to like the stream. We have Patreon. We have the Discord. Baseball talk is coming back very soon. We had our longest baseball conversation of the day today. So we're getting close. We got a couple more weeks of football.
Best place to talk baseball on the internet, my humble opinion, is the Armchair Baseball Discord.
100% prop.
When it's going and everybody's firing.
Yeah. Last year was insane because we had so many people in the playoffs, right? Like
prop bets on the Little League World Series sounds like the most American thing that can happen.
It's got to be up there. For Dubs, I'm Armchair. We will see you Sunday for the second to last football live stream, the divisional series or conference series. We're conference championship. Sorry, divisional's over. Conference championship series.
Conference, baby.
Edition. We will see them. Be safe. Peace.
Go out, get a win. Anything can happen in the fucking Super Bowl, baby. Let's go, Pats.
Let's go, Pats.